Okay, good evening children. Today we are going to discuss about cyclic quadrilateral theorem. Now before discussion of this theorem, you need to understand what is meant by the cyclic quadrilateral. Here I have drawn one figure. This quadrilateral A, B, C, D. If you see carefully, all four vertices of this quadrilateral, that is vertex A, B, C and D are on the circle. That's why this quadrilateral is called as the cyclic quadrilateral. Now let us see the property or theorem related to the cyclic quadrilateral. The statement is mentioned here that opposite angles of cyclic quadrilateral are supplementary. So what is to prove? Opposite angles of cyclic quadrilateral are supplementary. So from this statement, we came to know that the given fact is what? This is a what type of quadrilateral? Cyclic quadrilateral. So quadrilateral ABCD is cyclic quadrilateral. This is the given thing for us. And what is to prove? Its opposite angles are what? Supplementary. For example, if I consider the angle A, first pair, angle A plus, which is the opposite angle of angle A? Yes, angle C. That's why angle C is equal to how much? 180 degree. This is the one pair. Now we are having one more pair. What is that second pair now? Yes, angle B plus angle what? B equals to also how much? 180 degree. So with the help of statement, we draw the figure, we write down given and we have mentioned here to prove. Now the actual proof. This is based on the application of inscribed angle theorem. For that, you need to understand what is inscribed angle theorem here, how to use it. That measure of inscribed angle is half of its intercepted arc. That is inscribed angle. Now look at angle A here. Now the arc between the arms of the angle A, I am just highlighting this one with the help of red marker here. So this is the arc called as intercepted arc by angle A. What is meant by intercepted? Arc between the two arms of the angle. That is called as the intercepted arc. So measure of this angle A is half of this arc is called as inscribed angle theorem. So we will apply the inscribed angle theorem for angle A. So first of all, angle A equals to half measure of arc, which is this arc, BCD. Equation number 1. Clear? Now which is the opposite angle of angle A? Yes, this is angle C. Now the way we came to know that angle A intercept arc BCD, same way angle C intercept which arc? Yes, it is non-shaded arc here. What is the name of that arc? Arc BAD. So same way we will apply inscribed angle theorem for angle C also. Why I consider angle C? Because I want angle A plus C. That's why I consider angle A and angle C. If you want to take angle B and D, it's your choice. Okay, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. So it is half of measure of arc. Which arc is intercepted here by angle C? Arc BAD. This is equation number 2, and carefully you can mention the reason for this is inscribed. What is the reason? Inscribed angle theorem is the reason for both these equation 1 and 2. Now look at to prove. We need A plus B. What we want? A plus B. So absolutely what we can do for this equation 1 and equation 2? You want to add it. Absolutely. So equation, here I am writing equation 1 plus 2. You got it? Why we want to add it? Because you need A plus C. That's why we want to add these two equations. So angle A plus angle C is equal to half of measure of arc BCD plus half of measure of arc BAD. Absolutely clear? Any doubt? What I did only, I add these two equations. Now what I can take common from these two? Half can be taken common. So what I I should write here now? Angle A plus angle C is equal to half. What will be left in bracket now? Measure of arc BCD plus measure of arc BAD. Now if you see carefully, measure of arc BCD plus measure of arc BAD. If I add these two arcs, what I am getting? The whole circle. What I get it? Whole circle. And as you all know that, what is the measure of circle arc? It is 360. How much it is? 360. So for this addition, I can substitute the value of 360 here. So angle A plus angle C is equal to half into 360. Isn't that circle arc? What is the reason for that? Circle arc, right? Okay. Now just cancel it. After reducing, you are getting what? Angle A plus angle C equals to how much? 180 degree. So here we completed the first to prove that angle A plus angle C equals to what? 180 degree. But work is not done yet because you want to prove the second pair also, right? Sometimes what happened? Previously we mentioned that similarly we can prove like this, but what happened in board exam? Sometimes in a model answer sheet there is a weightage for proving separately for B plus D equals to 180 degree. That is why you want to prove it. So again in quadrilateral ABCD, what we know about sum of all angles of quadrilateral ABCD? How much it is? 360 degree. Sum of the measures of all angles of quadrilateral is 360. What is the reason for that one? Angle addition property of quadrilateral. Now I am using the short forms, you please don't use it. You write down the full statement for that angle addition property of quadrilateral, and this is your equation number, suppose 3. A plus C, this angle A plus angle C is how much? 180 degree. Therefore for this we substitute 180 plus angle B plus angle D equals to 360 from equation 3, and now shift it. Angle B plus angle D equal to 360 minus 180. So angle B plus angle D is how much? 180 degree. Hence our theorem is proved. So like this we proved the cyclic quadrilateral theorem. I hope you understood it. Thank you.